Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Crafty Meraki, and I hope you guys like bling because I'm going to be adding a lot of that to this card today. I'm actually going to be starting with the EAP Butterfly Bliss and the coordinating dies. I'm just going to pull one of these papers out of this paper pad and use the die and die cut these out. I'm only going to be using 2 of the butterflies. This card design is actually super simple, but I love it. I love to use ink this way. And then like I mentioned, we're going to add a ton of bling to this card. So I'm going to line up this die, tape it in place, and then I can run it through my die cut machine. And then we can pop out all of our butterflies and look at how gorgeous these colors are. But like I mentioned, I'm just going to be using 2 butterflies. I'm using 2 kind of the smaller ones. I'm going to be using a pink one and a purple one. And I found some ink that really kind of matches those colors of the butterflies. And we're going to be doing a direct to paper ink technique, which is super simple. But I love this for lots of different cards. I think it's a really fun way to add color to your background, and it's interesting. So I'm just going to drag, and I'm using small ink cubes for this particular card. I've got a pink and a purple, and I'm just going to drag it on my A2 size cardstock. I do trim it down slightly smaller. That's literally all you're going to do. But I got ink on my paper from my fingers, so I'm just going to take my eraser and get that off of there. But I love taking ink pads to my paper and just dragging it along. I think it's such a pretty, I think it looks so pretty. And then when you finish it off with something like these butterflies, it is stunning. Then I'm taking a happy birthday sentiment from the Gilded Expressions Effortless Shimmer paper. You can foil these. So I already had these die cut from a previous project, but we're going to foil these 2. So I'm just going to show you, you can foil them by themselves. You can foil them in the full sheet. So I have a small piece of gold shimmer foil from my stash. I'm going to run this through my Minc Machine, and it's going to foil that sentiment. Ultimately, it's probably a better idea to foil your whole sheet because then you have a ton of foiled sentiments. But this, I just grabbed what I wanted to use and just foiled that, and look at how pretty. Then I trimmed down a piece of the Sparkle Spectrum glitter paper, and it is A2 size, and it's just going to give us a nice little bling area of glitter around our other piece that we're going to add our butterflies to. So that has some bling. Then our sentiment has some bling because it's foiled. I'm going to pop these butterflies up on foam adhesive at the top of the colors, and look at how perfect those colors match. I just love this look. Then I want to place my sentiment before I add the last little bit of bling on this card. I'm going to pop my sentiment up with some foam adhesive. And you definitely want to give this to a person who loves all the kind of glitter and the shine and the gems and all that kind of thing, because it turned out beautiful. The next thing that I'm going to add for the bling is the Golden Illusion gems, and I'm going to add a ton of them. Let me get this happy in place. I like to use my reverse tweezers to do that. And I am going to place these gems on the ink strips, and I'm going to do a good amount. They are so shiny and so gorgeous, and they just have this kind of iridescence, and it just changes colors. I love these so much. And I'm doing different sizes, of course. That is one of my most favorite things, and kind of like a requirement for me. If I'm using gems or sequins, I need them to be different sizes. So now that I have them all in place, I can use my liquid glue and my Bling Buddy here to get those adhered down. To me, it's just like this little trail of sparkle is following these butterflies as they're flying up, this color and the sparkle. So that is kind of my little story I tell myself when I make my cards. I have little stories behind probably most of my cards. Let's take a look at this up close. Look at all that bling, that glitter paper that's giving us a nice matte, the foiled sentiment, and those gems. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this really quick and simple yet shiny card. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.